Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Crack the Way with May. I'm May. Welcome to my audience, new subbies. I'm so glad to have you all here with me today. The thumbnail show, we are going to be using some Dollar Tree hair accessory to make some cute and functional DIYs. So we're going to jump into this first project, lovies, using this little burlap satchel bag that I had. I don't think it's burlap. It's more like a drop cloth type of material, but I don't know where I got it from. It was in my stash, like I said, folded up. So when I saw it, I was going to keep it in its natural state. And what you see I'm doing here, I'm just taking my mini heat press and I'm just ironing out the creases that was there. But as I was saying, I was wanting to use this as is, but the length was a little bit too long for me. So what I decided to do is to cut this down because, like I mentioned, we're going to be trying to make some functional DIYs, and I wanted this bag to serve a dual purpose. Okay, so a little hack, if you will. So I'm taking this painter's tape right here. I'm folding it in half because, again, I didn't want it as long as what it was. I think it came in probably about 17 inches and probably about 12 across. I'm guesstimating there because I totally forgot to measure it for you all. But it was somewhere around 17, 20 inches probably. So I wanted it to be a lot smaller because my thought process was for this, and of course you guys saw I saved that bottom part because we might need that for something else. But my thought process was, you know, if you're traveling and you have your delicates or some lightweight jewelry that you want to put aside, but you also may need like a handbag, right? And you may not have enough room in your suitcase for it. So here's a way to get a dual purpose item. All right, so I am going in with some hot glue on this. Some Gorilla hot glue. Hasn't failed me yet, but I would definitely say if you know how to sew, or if you have some liquid stitch, or you know, the fabric glue, whatever the case may be, those would probably be better options. But again, Gorilla hot glue has not failed me yet. We're gonna put our hands together and pray it doesn't fail me today. But it didn't, because I did add some heavyweight items into this, and y'all, it worked. Okay, so now we're flipping it the right side out, and as you can see, it's already taking the shape of a little bit of a handbag, right? So what I decided to do here is go in with my Big Daddy Crocodile, and we're going to puncture some holes on either side on both ends of this bag. Now, the reason that we are doing this is because we are going to be adding in one of the pearl Dollar Tree headbands. If you guys have not seen the hair accessories they have out right now, I was blown away. I mean, I couldn't believe it. But so I like this because, as you can see, it's super flexible, but it is on a metal metal piece, so it's very soft, or very flexible, like I was saying. And we're going to leave it in its natural state, and we're just going to tuck it into the ends of each side of this bag. And again, we're going in with some hot glue, but how I'm going to secure this in place is by using some white zip ties. Okay, and so I'm going to get that in there. Now I know you guys are thinking, zip ties, May? But trust me, because of the neutral color of the bag, the pearls, and everything, it really blends. It really looks like it's part of the pearl. I don't know how to explain it. I did do a freeze frame for you guys in case you didn't believe me, but you can't really tell. The colors just kind of work together. So I'm going to take that little bit of magic and roll with it. Okay, we're not going to question that. We're just going to accept it. We're going to receive it. You know what we do? We open our eyes and we receive it. So we're receiving this. Okay, so I do that again for both sides of the bag, and then I just added another zip tie, guys, and this was like so cute to me. And at first I was thinking, I'm like, I don't know if I could pull this off with this. It's, again, I'm saying drop cloth. That's what's coming to me, color bag, but it's gonna work. Trust me on this. We pull that string. Now, the only off-putting part, I will totally admit to, was the jute twine drawstring. But I didn't trust me enough to go in and remove it and replace it. So we just left that as is. But we're going to tuck that to the back, and nobody's going to be the wiser, because we know why. Nobody needs to be up in our business like that. Nobody needs to be all up on our stuff to know what we have tucked in the back of our bag. Okay? So now I'm taking this hair, this ponytail clip-on bow. I love it. I got 3 different colors. I landed with black because of the material of the bag, I wanted to kind of give it a little bit of a elegant vibe, but not too elegant, because I feel like, you could probably pull this off with a cute little black dress or with a nice little cute t-shirt and jean outfit. Throw some heels on, boom, boom, boom. Girl, you better get to swinging that purse. So I just used my mini heat press to take out some of the wrinkles, because we are dealing with Dollar Tree fabric here. And I did have to apply just a light pressure to it because it did start almost melting. I should have turned the heat down on the gun, but I wasn't thinking, and it did kind of almost singe it a little bit, but we made it work. So once I remove that clip part off of the back of it, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some more of that hot glue, and we're gonna tack this right in the middle of this purse. Now, because I did not trust me, okay, I'm like, let's open this bag up and let's just go ahead and mayball this to see if we can get this in the center here. All right, because whether I eyeball it, mayball it, measure it, we all know the end result is going to be that it's not centered. But I think I made it work here. I think I got a good eye on this one, y'all. I think I pulled it off. So once I put it down where I think it's supposed to be, we're all gravy. And we're going to just go ahead, make sure it's in place. And we're going to go ahead and cinch it back together. And look, y'all, we made a cute little purse. I think this is so cute. And again, I'm just right here, I'm just stuffing it with some stuff just so you guys can see how it looks full. But again, I did add some heavy, not super heavy, guys, not something like, a brick. I didn't add that in here, but I did have some heavier weight items, and I kind of walked around with it a little bit just to see what the give would be on it. And it really worked. It really, really worked. And I was like super excited. Like I said, the only downside to it was that jute twine, but hey, it is what it is. And then they also had these really cute scrunchies that had little dangling pearls on them. And I am notorious for putting my hair ties on my wrists all the time. So I thought this is a really cute way to just kind of accessorize if you're going out and maybe it's a summer day, you're going to a summer concert outside or something, and you're going to want to pull your hair up. This is a cute way to wear something. And again, you can rock this with a jean outfit or a cute little dress. I'm just saying. And yes, Lovies, I am being joined today by my friend Jenny from Lovely Moments Creating. She is the one who brought this idea to me, and she was like, what do you think about hair accessories? I'm like, well, I don't think about that. And so, but she got me roped into this, and I'm glad she did. It was super fun. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to pull it off and get something out there for you guys, but the Lord blessed me, and here we are. So I will have Jenny's information in my description box below. Stop by and tell her May said hello. I can't wait to see what you guys what she created for you guys. She always come up with clever ideas. So stop by and tell her I said hello. So next we're going in with this Dollar Tree pizza pan. I love a good pizza pan DIY. Don't y'all? I do. And this one is super simple and cute. And I got to incorporate some butterflies. All right. So what you saw I was doing there, I just wiped the pizza pan down with a little bit of alcohol, went in, sanded it down. Now I'm just removing that residue that was left over from me, scratching it all up. I did that just so I can put the paint on and that the paint would stick on, nice. It wouldn't chip or anything like that. But what I did forget to do, and I will admit, I forgot to put Mod Podge on it. It still didn't chip, but I just forgot to put Mod Podge on it. And I would recommend, if you do choose to recreate this, to definitely seal it with Mod Podge. So now I'm going in with one of these hair clips, and it also had pearls on it. And I gotta say, the amount of pearls that I used today, a bag of them probably would have cost about $8-10 for the different sizes. Okay, keep that in mind. Probably about $8 or $10. Okay, so I got a lot of pearls for, I think, probably around about $5 or $6. I'm thinking, yeah. I don't know. I didn't do the math, but I'm saying big ones, okay? So right here, as you can see, I'm just melting off the little half pearls that's on here. If I knew my millimeters, I would tell y'all what the millimeter size or was on these, but I don't know. But I'll just say medium and large, because they were the size of my would have beads almost, and they were pretty large. So anyway, I'm going in with these jumbo, they're not paper clips, clothespins. from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to remove the backing off that, as you can see. And we're going to paint those in black, okay? So I didn't paint the back of them. It was no need for me to do that. And so I just did it, okay? So right here, I'm going to take some of these Dollar Tree wall decals. Now, I'm loving the wall decals. You guys know I featured them a couple videos back. They have come out with some new styles. And when I saw these butterflies, the only thing I wish they would have been in black instead of silver, but I accept a butterfly for however it comes to me. Okay. And I love these. I love the different styles of them and everything. And so I was like, okay, we're going to make kind of a little message board for my office. All right. And so I'm just going butterfly crazy. It's a butterfly bonanza happening right here. Okay. And I was happy about it. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I was happy about all my butterflies. They were butterflying. Okay. So then we're going to take some of these magnets. Now I was just trying to see if the magnets were strong enough to hold up those clips from behind. And they were kind of leading me to believe they were going to be strong enough. But once I actually put them on and that weight of the I want to just keep saying paperclip. The weight of the clip was too much. At first it was like, okay, it's going to work. And then it just started popping off. And I was like, okay, nope, it's not going to work. So I did have some larger magnets in my stash, and those helped it along. So I ended up having to just use a few extra magnets to hold it in place. So now we're going to just take those half pearl beads that we pulled off of the hair clip, and we're just going to add these to our clips here. So again, I only found one of the hair clips like this one. I wish I had found one more. Well, they did have one more, but the beads were missing on that one. And so I only went with the one. But I wish I had found one more of those clips with the beads on it, because I would have liked to put just an extra one or two more of the beads on the clothespins. That's a lot, but that's pretty much it for this piece. Now I did forget to add my hanging piece in, so what I'm going to do is take another one of the pearl beads like I used for the purse, and we're going to add that to the back of this and as the hanger. So I thought that would be super cute, and that just kind of ties into the half beads that I put on the front of the clip. I did use some hot glue and some Aleene's tacky glue to hold that in place, just to make sure, because that hot glue on that metal is not going to be long term. And this is holding up very nicely, I must say. Okay, and that is it for this project. Now guys, if you've been with me anytime, you will see everything in the final reveal, and I'm so excited about that because I like to show everything and it's all full glory. So stick around for that. So now we're going in with one of these little wood trays that you can find at our crates from Dollar Tree, and I'm using my rub-on transfers here. I did get these off of Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, I think. And so I'm just going to leave it in its natural state, because I was kind of going for a shabby chic, in this video. When Jenny and I was talking, we were just kind of bouncing around which direction we wanted to go in with. But after seeing the hair accessories, it kind of determined our direction. So we ended up going with kind of a shabby chic vibe. As far as I know. So what I did here is, like, if you've been with me anytime, you've seen me do rub-on transfers, and it's pretty self-explanatory what you need to do. If it doesn't come off initially, you just lay it back down and it will go on to that surface. Just keep rubbing. You just have to keep applying pressure for it. And what I do to one side, I do to the other side. Like I said, I wanted to keep this in its natural state, and I love that. Yet again, another butterfly. Woo woo. All right, so now we're going to go in with some of this blush pink paint and some brown paint, because I did, after looking at it, I'm like, I want to bring out the color of it's some flowers in here. You can't see them. They have a very light pink tint to them, and I'm like, I want to bring that out. I love pink, so I was like, why not? And I just mixed the pink and brown paint together, and I decided to go on the sides of the crate and paint them in that color. And so I didn't mix enough of it guys, to add to the inside. So I just decided to leave the inside in its natural state, which is totally fine because it does still tie in with the front and back of the piece. So I wasn't overly concerned about that. So then next, what you see I'm doing right here is I'm just taking my X-Acto knife to kind of free up those little slits that's there in the crate. And I'm using my little weeding tool just to make sure I got all the excess of that rub-on transfer out of the little crevices there. Okay, so that's what you see. And then next I'm just going in with some light distressing using that same little leftover pink paint that I created. And that's pretty much going to be it for as far as the styling of the crate. Now, off of another headband, it had some twisted little beads on it, pearl style beads on it, and I removed that from the headband, and I was going to outline the tray with this, but when I started putting it on, I was not a fan of it, but I was like, okay, let's just give it a try and see what happens with it. So for whatever reason, I just was not digging it. I don't know why. It just wasn't giving me the vibe I wanted. And what I think it was is that the color of those pearls or beads were, they were like a stark white color. It wasn't like the off white color pearls can be sometimes, and I think that threw me off because after I did the distressing on the front of the crate and then the natural color of the crate, I don't know, it was just not giving me what I wanted. So I took those off, and we're going to take another headband, but this one's a little bit different. If you'll notice there, it had bigger beads in the center. Now I didn't glue this down because again, we're about doing multifunctional pieces. So in the event you want to wear this headband, you can just unhook it and pop it on, and then when it's time to, you know, take it off, you pop it back onto the crate. In this way you can kind of style it off in the corner, you know, on your vanity somewhere, and it just doesn't sit out. It's not all clunky and stuff. And then you take some more hair accessories and you can put those down in there as well, and it just sits off and looks really, really cute. I think so. And if not, you can definitely put like your little trinkets in there, earrings, things and such. So that's an option too. So this next one, so this is the headband, not the one this is not the same one I used for the crate, but same style of headband where it had the little twisty beads. I'm like, okay, let me try this again in a different way. So the thing that was happening with this was probably my least favorite headband to work with because those beads and the little wire that it was on, I would singe it, or I thought I was trying to singe it with the hot glue, and I would think it singed together, and the next thing you know, all the little beads just start popping off, running around, and I'm like, okay, put some more glue, thinking it's good, boop, 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 they just start popping off again. But we finally got it to work, and this is so simple. This is just not even a real DIY. This is just a way to zhuzh up a little, you know, one of those little blazes, though. Vases you can find at Dollar Tree in the party section. You can totally paint this if you wanted to. I decided to leave it in clear, and we're just going to add the pearls around like a little tie to it and put that in place. And then we're going to take some of these half beads that I had on a sheet, and then they do have an adhesive backing to them, and I want to say that sheet, I think, cost me like $10. It had quite a few sheets in it, but I was just, you know, from what I was saying earlier, and these are small, like super, super small. But anyway, I'm just going to take those and add those to the tails there. And that's going to be it. I did decide like I needed something to hide where it connects in the middle. And I'm going to take one of these little pearl bow ties I have, and we're going to stick that right in the middle of there. And I think that's so simple and cute. Now, again, you can paint this to make it pop a little bit more, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that at all. So I really like the simplicity of this, and we're just going to go in and add some of these floral picks. They are some lavender color eucalyptus that I found at Dollar Tree, and I know a bit pricey, $1.75, but these are pretty full and they look really, really good. So I was not mad about spending that on those. But that's it for that piece. And I did end up adding some white rocks to the bottom of that to stabilize it. I didn't have a lot of them, but I added that, and you'll see that in the final reveal as well. Now this one, Lovies, is my least favorite of today. I probably should have painted this is the only thing I can say. So I have this gold frame from Dollar Tree, and I love the details of it. I love it. I really did. So what I was thinking here is it could be a trinket tray, or if you just want something on display, like, you know, just a small little something on display somewhere. So I went in to tone down that gold using some of the Spanish copper rubbing buff, and I like that, but maybe it's the rub-on transfer I chose to use here with this. I don't know. It wasn't the rub-on transfer. Let me say that. No, it wasn't the rub-on transfer. It's the way I used the beads from this next headband. I think that's what threw it off. Now, I was going to use that other transfer, but then I was like, no, I want to use the one from Dollar Tree that has the XOXO, because you guys know why I love these XOXO. I love you guys. Hugs and kisses all day long. I love you guys. And so I did want to capture that because it had a little bit of the butterfly, and then it had a lot of wording on it, that small wording, and I wanted to capture that as well. And so I opted to go for the Dollar Tree rub-on transfer, and I wasn't mad about that. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it to the glass from that window frame. And just like you saw in the other project, you just apply the pressure. You just make sure it's laid down, and you pull back to reveal what, you know, your picture is going to be. Okay. So I did have a little bit of an open patch right there, and I'm just going to go in and cut out a small little piece from this, and I'm going to tack that right in place to fill that little patch. And nobody's gonna know we did a little patchwork on this. It totally worked out here. So again, at first I was thinking maybe the rub-on transfer, I should have went with something different, just a little bit more colorful, but up against that gold, I felt like this was a safer bet for me. So that's what I decided to go with. And again, I'm just removing away the excess that falls over to the side. I know you can't really tell a whole lot, but there you go. And I'm just replacing it back with that paper. I just flipped the paper over. At first I was going to paint the back, and then I was like, no, we're going to just use this white piece of paper and we're going to flip it over. And we're going to work with that. Now, I should have left that that little stand piece on the back, but again, I was thinking in terms of a trinket tray, and I needed this to be flat on the surface, but you could definitely lean it up against something and make it out of a little miniature leaner, if you will. And so I know you can't really tell with that Spanish rubbing buff on there, but it does make a difference. It did tone that gold all the way down. Now that's the headband I used, and I did off camera just go in and remove the beads from it, and they were just literally wrapped around there. So I just clipped them off and left them on the original string that they came on, and I'm just gonna pour them over into this little tray so they're easier for me to get to. Now this is where I think I messed up, because as you saw, that headband had black and white beads on it. So when I was trying to visualize this, I was like, that'll work. Black, gold, and white will work together. But once I started putting them on, and the more I kept putting them on, because you guys know why, there was nobody here to stop me. There was nobody here to say, May, knock it off. It started looking like big chunks of salt and pepper. But anyway, here we are in the final reveal, lovies. And if you are still here riding with me, thank you so much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for taking the ride with me. Look at our purse, guys. Look at it. It is so cute. Look, it is so cute. I am just amazed that we made it. It may not be the style for everyone, but I am just amazed that we pulled that off using a headband and a bow tie I'm not a bow tie, hair bow from Dollar Tree, okay? I'm just saying, okay? Nobody has to like it, but I'm digging it, okay? I'm digging it, and I will definitely use it. Just no, I'm not even playing. I will use that. Okay. All right. And I want to hear from you, lovies. Also, if you have a favorite of today, I want to know about that. But if you haven't done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting, because you guys know how much I love to chat with you guys after each and every video. And I'm so glad, guys, that you guys liked the Alice in Wonderland video. I was really nervous about uploading it. I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous. I was like, I don't know if they're going to receive it, but I had so many people to mention it to me and ask me to do it. So I'm glad that you guys really enjoyed it. Like I said, it was the first time for me. And and I'm happy about it. But back to this video. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope, or you enjoyed it. All right. I really do. I enjoyed it. It was something new for me, pushed me outside of my comfort zone because I had no idea what to do with hair accessories. Okay. But I truly think we pulled it off. Okay. And don't forget, Lovies, that I am in collaboration with my friend Jenny from Lovely Moments Creating. I will have her information in my description box below. So stop by and tell her I said hello, because I know she's going to have some clever ideas. She kind of told me what she was working on, so I know she got something planned good for you guys. All right. And don't forget, Lovies, too, once you like this video, hype this video. It helps out the smaller YouTube channels so much. And if you are up to it or can do it, and you want to support my channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/craftaway with May, here's how you can do it. But if you can't do it, don't you dare worry about it. Just you being here is good enough for me. So until the next video, Lovies, be safe, be kind. Hugs and kisses. XOXO. Bye.